Hey, it's April. They had a good time lying on your name, and they were reckless too. They didn't care what it really looked like in real life. Like, I think they were banking on the fact that you're a quiet person, that you would not speak up for yourself, that you would continue to hide and isolate so that people would never know the actual truth and would just believe whatever they said. But they said that you were like trifling, lazy, but they were doing two things. They were doing two spells. One of them had to do with your energy. They did spells to like make you tired, and they did spells to make you not be able to get up and get out, and they did spells that would keep employment away from you. Okay? So, like, you might have still had employment, but it wasn't as much as you would have taken on if you had your way. You were applying and applying and applying for extra employment, and everybody kept ghosting you, and you couldn't figure out why, because these were like even menial jobs that anybody could do. Like, why aren't they calling me back to dig a ditch? Like, this is ridiculous. Anybody could do this. And it was because you have real enemies or frenemies, and they were doing any spell they could to try to keep employment and money away from you, and to keep your energy down or non-existent. Or if they had their way, they would have just made you sick and offed you. Okay? But since they couldn't do that, they did the next best thing and had you like all struggling to get up in the morning and stuff. And then they turned around and said that you were lazy and that you were trifling and that you never did anything with your life. And that's why you were broke. And you were broke and you were like bitter. Like, now, if you never came around other people might choose to believe them just based off what they said, because they don't see you. If they see you in real life and you're being productive and you're out and you're doing what you have to do for your job and you're smiling and you're giving people your best self, it will be difficult for them to keep those lies up that they told about you. So that was the other reason why they didn't want you to have energy to get out and amongst other people, because then they would see what the truth is and they would know that they were lying on you the whole time. So, because you became somebody who was fighting to get up every morning and be productive, who was fighting for more opportunities, who was fighting to just be a regular member of society and like interact with people in a natural way, it began to crumble the narratives that were being told about you, and people were starting to put two and two together. Like, if everything that these people or this person said about her was true, it's not adding up. The math is not mathing. Maybe I should watch her more closely, and maybe I should actually pay attention to what she's doing or he is doing in real life and in real time. And those people are the smart people. And the smart people tend to be the more successful people, because they don't go off just gossip and hearsay, no matter who the person is. Because that's the thing about it. Like, just because you love the person, they're your cousin or whatever, does not mean they're going to tell the truth about everything, because they have an agenda of their own. They have motives of their own why they don't want certain people around you. And sometimes it's just the simple fact that they're taking time and attention from you to feed their own ego or whatever it is. It could be a lot of reasons, okay? But that's just the basic, more innocent reason why they might do something like that. There's more sinister things I could think of, but whatever. Not necessarily, everybody's not a bad person, okay? But even good people have their own motives a lot of times. And this is the reason why I stay out of my loved one's business for the most part, because I don't want to become that person that's trying to like manipulate and turn everything where they do my bidding and do only what's best for me instead of themselves. Okay? So that's the issue. The more that you get out in the public and the more that you develop healthy relationships and things like that, it'll kill it will destroy the narratives that were false about you and all those rumors that have been messing things up behind the scenes for you, and why people were turning away from you and you didn't even know why. You got to come out amongst the people.